Good everybody, Vanna001 here. I'm going to break down Warframe as quick as I can, so here we go. Warframe is a free-to-play cooperative third-person shooter from Digital Extremes for PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. A good place to start is the Codex. You go into the Codex and have a look at the Warframes that you can unlock. You can have a look at the weapons, their stats, melee weapons, secondary weapons. All the blueprints for these weapons can be found in the marketplace, from your primaries to your secondaries to your melee weapons, which you purchase by earning credits by completing missions inside the game. XP earned from your Warframe and your weapons will go to your mastery rank, which will unlock XP locked weapons. So try out a variety of weapons, get the XP and then sell it off. This is your Kubro, one of the companions you pick up through a quest. The other companions you pick up are Sentinels. They're about 100,000 credits for the blueprints. This is your mod station where you fuse your mods. Fusing means you add fusion cores or other mods to a particular mod to increase its level. Transmuting mods is like gambling. You add 4 mods together and you have a chance to get a rare mod depending on the level of the mods that you use. Of course, you're a little strapped for cash. You can sell mods. I'd strongly recommend keeping duplicates though. You can use those in Fusion. This is your Foundry, which will unlock after you complete the tutorial missions. Any blueprints you acquire during the game will show up in this Foundry and show you the components needed to build that certain item. You can rush items with platinum, but if you just give it a bit of time, they will complete for free by themselves. This is your arsenal, where all aspects of your Warframe can be modified. Now, mods are acquired just by simply playing the game. Certain mods are found in specific locations, like nightmare missions, nightmare alerts. Those missions will have a modifier with no shields, low health, a time limit, something like that. They're very difficult, and squatting up is the best way to complete those. Certain mods can be found in parkour rooms. Those parkour rooms are in void missions, which are unlocked by obtaining keys. The keys are simply found by excavation missions or rewards for survival or defense missions. Orokin reactors can be added to your Warframe to further increase the mod capacity up to 60. Orokin catalysts can be added to weapons, primary, secondary and melee weapons to increase their mod capacity up to 60. Both these items can be acquired through tactical alerts, which appear every second Friday. Now, I'll talk about polarities. Polarities are a little bit complicated, but they're very important, so I'll try to get through it as quick as I can. Each mod has a polarity, which is in the top right. It's a V, a D or a dash. There is a 2- one, but it's very rarely used. When you fuse a mod, it will increase its cost, as you can see by the little blue icons below my mods there. If you match the polarity of the mod to the polarity slot in your Warframe, it will halve the cost, thus letting you add more mod capacity to your Warframe. If you want to add more polarity slots to your Warframe, you need Former, which can be acquired through void missions. These polarities can be added to your Warframe, your primary weapon, your secondary and your melee weapon, as well as your companion. When one of those items reach rank 30, you can add a Former, which will then add a polarity slot, which will then halve the cost of any mod you put on. Doing this will reset the rank of the item you put the Former on. Syndicates are certain factions throughout the game. When you join a syndicate, you will inevitably make an enemy of another syndicate, and they will send certain enemies after you to make your day very bad. But they are very important, and you can get a lot of mods from joining, or weapons from joining certain syndicates. Clan dojos are another very important aspect of the game. They allow you to do certain research on Warframes and weapons that only can be acquired by building the rooms related to the research. Depending on the size of your clan, each room will cost a certain amount of resources to build. So now I've got all that out of the way, let me just talk about Warframe, how I see it. Now, I think this is free to play done right. It's absolutely free, 100%. You can make money off this game. Well, not actual like money, in-game money, platinum. If you get items that people want, particularly on the North American chat rooms, if you go on there into the trading room, it's just flooded with people asking for items. Now, if you've got a particular item someone wants, you can go to their dojo, your dojo, to the trading station, and you can trade for that item. You can trade parts, prime parts usually. Prime parts are just better versions of certain weapons in the game that can only be found in the void. They're prime Warframes as well. Now, if you've got a certain thing that person wants, you can trade for platinum, or prime part, or a mod. Some people will trade for platinum because they just don't want to farm the certain item that they're looking for. Loki Prime Systems is a perfect example. That can go for over 200 plat on the trading floor there. So it is worthwhile farming items and going to see if people will actually buy them, because they will. People just don't feel like farming. They don't feel like, and it's not grinding either. This game doesn't feel grindy because there's always something new. There are 4 factions in the game, and each faction has unique enemies and unique attacks. And those enemies, they never get boring because they're always coming at you from different ways. You know, you'll be doing a survival and then there'll be a parasitic there, which the parasitic enemies, they drain your energy, which stops you from using your abilities, and then the next second you don't have your abilities to use, which are very, very important. The enemies keep the game interesting, as well as the tile sets. Each tile set can be different, and you can play a mission 3 or 4 times, but you'll be on a different tile set. You might see certain aspects that look the same, but you'll take a different path through that level. It's never the same level, you know, multiple times. You might get the same level twice in a row, but often you will have a different way to get to the objective. And it keeps the game fresh. I think Digital Extremes has done a brilliant job with this game. It's free to play done right, in my opinion. Another aspect of the game I'm really enjoying is the fact that you can get to level 30 and it's not the end of the game. Adding polarities to your Warframe, and that will reset its rank, so you're basically, you know, back to the start of the game in a sense. And all the Warframes can be acquired free. You don't have to pay for any Warframe in the game. You just got to do the missions where the boss drops the parts, and then, you know, you might have to farm him 3-4 times to get all the parts, but you'll eventually get it for free. Basically, this game's just time. If you're willing to put the time into this game, you can get everything for free, except for cosmetic items, of course, because cosmetics in free-to-play is always going to cost you money. Warframe's constantly evolving. It's basically in a state of perpetual beta, and that's a good thing, because the game's evolving over time. It's not the same stale game it's going to be 2 years from now, because there'll be different aspects. They're reworking Warframes, they're adding new Warframes, they're adding new tile sets. Everything's evolving, and that's the really great thing about the game. It's not a stale reproduction of some other genre, it's just this constant evolution. Digital Extremes is very involved with its community. They have a dev stream where they show off the new aspects of the game that will be coming out in the future patches. The new movement mechanics that are coming soon are just going to totally rework how the games play. Very excited for the Excalibur rework that's coming up to console. PC already have it, but we're on par now with PS4 as far as updates go. PC's a lot quicker with the updates because they don't have to go through certification like we do on console, but this game constantly evolving. I strongly recommend picking it up. It's free to play done right. I'll catch us again next time, and thank you for watching.